to, you know, start with your friends and family who work in local businesses, and that's where you start. You pick up 2 or 3 restaurants or a retail shop or whatever to start your goodie bag, your giveaway bag. And if you have your event running for 10 years and you get 800 people, you know, a year coming to the thing, they need to start doing stuff like that.
Well, the idea that the packet pickup for that is at their sponsors, at one of their major sponsors, is huge. In fact, I mean, I'm told that that's, if not the busiest, one of the busiest days that business has all year.
Probably a lot of surrounding businesses.
Because of the, you know, especially because of the traffic that it generates for them. So, I mean, in terms of really, it would be very hard for that sponsor to say, well, you know, I don't want to do this again, or you know, it really cements a really great relationship there with the event and their sponsor.
Right, and I'm sure that the triathlon provides a lot of support for the event, for that benefit. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So with a little bit of luck here, we'll do our...
Yes. I wanted to plug into his computer so we could use the clicky thing, but it wasn't working, so I apologize. Chris, I don't know if you want to do a slide.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is just a little rundown on what we do at the Visitors Bureau and how that ties into the room tax program, and a little bit about why we're interested in events and the stuff that you're working on to help us generate money and revenue. So officially, you know, the Visitors Bureau, we're a destination marketing organization, and our job really is to get people to come from out of the community into the community to spend money here, and we're designated as such the marketing organization by the county. We're the official destination marketing organization or tourism promotion agency for the county. I don't know if this one's too legible. No, it's a little hard to read, but it's you know, who's in charge? We're down at the bottom of the pyramid here because everything kind of flows downhill. But it's the citizens, the legislature, and a bunch of different committees that we work with to promote tourism in the region. And we're all working off of a strategic plan, which is developed and updated every 10 years. That talks about what we want the community to be as a tourism destination and how we promote tourism in a way that's beneficial for the community without harming us and overcrowding us. So it's kind of a neat program. And we're all funded here through room tax, and that's every hotel and B&B pays their guests pay a chunk of money into the county. It's 5% for larger hotels, 3% for B&Bs and smaller inns. Adds up to about $2 million and change a year, which is kind of fun. It's a nice pocket of money to play with, and the reason that the county legislature and why every community you go to has a tourism tax like this is because it's other people's money. People who come in and spend it. It's not local money, so it makes it an especially lovely tax for people for communities to charge other people. So county gets about 10% for overhead, an additional 5% for administration, and then you can see the remaining is split up between marketing and development. We get a smidge over. We get about $1 million a year at the CVB, and you can see it's broken up into all those chunks and how we split it up in what we do with it. So group sales is any kind of conference or meeting group, a bus tour that comes in. Visitor services, we have 2 visitor centers. We have a downtown visitor center and one on East Shore Drive. So when people actually come into the community and give brochures and information, and marketing, the big chunk there, that's what Christy does. That's websites, that's advertising, that's PR work, that's telling people to travel to Key West in the coldest weekend of the year, that sort of thing. Who are we trying to reach? We've got a nice piece of research that we try to do every 5 years as a county, which is running on 8 years now for the 5-year plan. That kind of broke it down. You know, these are who are coming here. It's dual income, no kids, families, people traveling for education. Mostly it's the female decision makers who we're marketing to. Women make all the decisions in the world, so that's what our marketing is trying to reach. People who come here, about half of them are coming for university-related business, either getting a kid in or out of school, touring the college, or actually doing business with the college. The key travel motivators you see here, it's far and away Cornell just because of the scale of the operation there. Gorges and Waterfalls are next, and the thing that surprised us in the study that came out was downtown and dining were big motivators. Specifically dining, that people are actually coming here for the food. So that was fun to see. Going through our individual departments here, this is what the group sales people lead to. For folks in the event side, to the extent that you have motor coaches coming, we can help you with that. Generally, I don't think this would really fit in an events audience here, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Visitor services is big. We get about 15,000 people a year coming to our visitor centers, and they're always looking for what to see and do. So once you get your event rolling, make sure you tell us, and we pass along to the visitor services people. We're also doing an awful lot of outreach with cell phone, digital, chat stuff now. That's going to become even more so to reach even more people who are in the market wondering what to do today, tonight, tomorrow. That's all coming from the visitor services side. So definitely, as you're doing events, tell us what's going on, and we make sure to tell people in person when they're coming here. And then the big chunk, marketing and PR, and I'm going to let Christy take on from here. This is for events folks. We do an awful lot. You know, what we're trying to sell in Tompkins County is what you guys do. It's funky, fun, bizarre things. Sub Cup. I didn't know what a Sub Cup was, or that people would actually dragon boating. Where'd that come from? You know, it's all these crazy things that you don't expect to see. And that's where we need event producers to come up to us and say, hey, we've got this, you know, we've got we've got a fringe festival coming up. And what's a fringe festival? I don't know, but we've got a skateboard jam coming up. What's that? I didn't know people would travel for that, but they do. So all the fun, crazy stuff that you guys come up with, that's what gives the community character, and that's what we can sell as a marketing organization. So Christy, you want to talk marketing a bit?
Definitely. Yeah, without you, we have nothing to promote, so we don't really do anything. So we have to seek out all of the community events and use that to promote tourism. This is some of our economic impact numbers. You can see as far as like other counties in New York State go, Tompkins is, you know, it has a really great impact from tourism. That's really important to our entire community. It provides, it's like a $523 tax break to all the households in Tompkins.
Yeah, that was, by the way, that was in millions, so it's a $177 million business in our county.
Yes. What else we got? I got tourism impact, like we were just saying, huge numbers in tourism spending. And as Bruce had mentioned, it's surprisingly skews towards lodging, and dining is actually one of the #1 spends. So any way that you can tie into...
Yeah, this number here is at $335 per person per trip. That's why we spend a lot of time working with hotel packages, and why we keep talking about that with event producers. Because what those people leave behind in the community is really significant. And these numbers are about a decade old, so it's probably up, you know, 20, 30%, maybe more. We'll find out in another year what that number is now. But that's why we keep talking about hotels and overnight stays, because that's where the money is. That's how we can bring money in for the community.
The number of annual visitors is around 800,000, but
840,
it's
Again, Churro's 2009 data.
We're hoping to break 1 million.
Absolutely. And, you know, it provides jobs, and it also provides, you know, from those room tax dollars, a lot of funding for festivals because they are so important to tourism. Speaking about some of the 2015 priorities that our office has identified, you know, culinary tourism is very important. Emerging tourism markets like birding, or, you know, like agriculture, and you were mentioning, you know, like an apple style festival. Those are all really niche markets that are blowing up, that are really important. You know, outdoor recreation, like the Sup Cup, these are all priorities that align with the strategic plan. So as you're, you know, working through festival creation, if you do seek out the strategic plan for some inspiration and themes to tie into, that's really helpful. So what else? So this is kind of how do events fit in. Like we were saying, we need your events. We have nothing to promote without all of, you know, all of you and all of the events that are happening around town. And some opportunities that the CVB offers. We have so many different promotional tools that we use on a daily basis that you guys might not know about. We have e-blasts, and I put this first because in the past 2 months we've grown our email marketing list by 20,000 people, which is killer. That's a huge number. So one of these email blasts, you know, goes out to over 30,000 people, and anybody in this room can, you know, submit an event and be a part of that. Most recently, this morning, we sent out a note about Cayuga Nature Center's Maple Fest, Science Center's Non-Mythical Beast display. 2 weeks ago, we sent out a note about Skate Jam, trying to pump people up and get them in hotel rooms that Skate Jam has facilitated. Lots of, you know, theater events that are going on, and yeah, over 30,000 people with one click from us.
You
So.
built a puzzle there for
Oh.
the
It was
Maple
just
Fest?
it was an internal puzzlement.
Oh.
Don't worry, we're promoting you guys,
Yeah,
and I want to
thank
go,
you. That was
so
not a displeasure with you.
better like it. No. We also have a pretty decent social media following, and we post stuff every single day. So, you know, we're always communicating with, you know, visitors and potential visitors on Facebook.
Yeah, what's your Facebook, 20-some-odd thousand?
It's like 24,000, I think. And those are, it's a really active group. So it's a good opportunity, and we, like I said, we post every single day, and we're dying for content and things to post because we run out of stuff and we run out of pretty waterfall pictures. So we need actual events and ideas to get content live.
Yeah, if you get llamas wearing blue and gold dresses in any of your events, those work well.
Yeah.
Good
But-
post about that.
So, I mean, just, you know, a couple events, we were promoting Sunny Days and their, you know, anniversary. We promoted Maple Fest on Twitter this week. So there's just, you know, it doesn't matter how big or how small. It's really, you know, a good opportunity to just get out there and spark some, you know, social media interest and sharing. We also, obviously, we offer opportunities on the website. And if you aren't already involved in ithacaevents.com, it's a free website, a completely free service for anyone to sign up. It's something turnkey. You just log in yourself, create a username and password, and that's free. It posts to Ithaca Events. Ithaca Events pushes to visit Ithaca. You can have homepage placement. If you see that circle right there on the sidebar, those are events that we are feeding from Ithaca Events to our site, and they land on the homepage. So.
And by the way, we're going to be doing it, we're in the midst of a major overhaul on Ithaca Events and Visit Ithaca right now.
So in 2 months, it won't look like this at all.
But the functionality will still be there.
Yes, so, yeah, so there will be an Ithaca Events, and it will remain free and a great opportunity, so. And something new that we just started, we are working with Ithaca Voice, and we have an annual weekly column in the online newspaper. And so every week on Thursday, we post events, whatever, you know, sparks our interest or whatever the biggest events are of that year. This week we put Ithaca Opera and the Maple Festival, of course, is two of our top billings. We add pictures, and that's a huge community website, so, and tourism website. They do a great job transitioning between the two. But another free opportunity from our office that we
If I
can.
could jump in on
Yes.
that. Interesting about Ithaca Voice is talking to those guys, they reach a huge diaspora Ithaca audience that's outside of the community. So it's actually an interesting tourism website for getting people who don't live here to come here. That's one of the top sites for out-of-towners to look at, find out what's going on in town. So that's why we're in Ithaca, run that site. And they're fun guys to work with too. So.
Mm-hmm. And Bruce touched on visitor centers earlier, but you know, we have, you know, people who are like on the street, in the Commons, and in our, you know, main office on East Shore Drive. They can talk about your event. We can hold on to, you know, any brochures or flyers and distribute them to people who are coming to us. You know, we are talking to them face to face. We're talking to them online. You know, there's a potential to work with the team to do any kinds of ticket sales or promotions. That can all be done in our office. And we also have a really big push for public relations. We're always working to get in the national spotlight. We work with a bunch of organizations that are, you know, local and regional to, you know, get in the news. And sometimes it's the quirkiest things that get you there,
Sometimes you go viral.
like Key West, but you know, any creative, newsworthy events or, you know, angles to those events, or even characters who are, you know, part of those events are really great, and the crazier the better. I don't know if we have time to show this little, nope, I couldn't show it. Oh, well, it clicked through. Like the Scarecrow Jubilee, that was just something that's so offbeat and quirky that Travel Channel was like, yeah, we want to film that. So, yes, and the final, what do all these have in common? They're free from our office, so just contact us for any help and promotion. Questions?
Yeah.
One thing I'll add into it, in one of the slides there we talked about events that we're working on, downtown promotions was at the bottom of the list. That's a big one for this year, starting for this summer when the Commons is done. And I encourage all of you for any event planning, that if you have components that can appear on the Commons for promotional activity or ticket sales or anything you're doing to draw attention to your event, we're going to spend a lot of time and money promoting the Commons starting in mid-August. So we'll be more than happy to talk about any of your events that have a Commons time.
When are they supposed to? I know this is like.
August 28 and 29 are going to be the opening ribbon cutting days and festival celebration. Gary, you can talk a little bit about that if you want.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
Plans are in the works and open to any ideas. People have great ideas for what we can do on the Commons for 2 days to make it the center of the universe.
I don't know if others are interested in that, but I am, because we're hosting an event on September 3rd, most likely, and we're very interested in doing packages and cross-promoting with events happening earlier. So that would be, I mean, and how to do that, what opportunities there may be to encourage people to take advantage of, what's going on downtown.
Yeah, one of the things we'll be doing is we'll be reaching out to community groups and organizations to see if they will be interested in doing some component of that weekend. And I'm not sure what that means yet, other than we are looking to engage community organizations and people in that process. So while we will put together a festival and a lot of different activities ourselves, we're anxious to include others in that process as well. We'll be closing down some streets, and there'll be some room to do some activities. So if you have some ideas, call the Downtown Alliance and let us know, because we're open. Right now, we're in that planning process. And
For example, if you've got, say, a life-size Stegosaurus, for instance.
It's in 5 pieces.
It's on 5 pieces.
I assume you're talking about the beer
Yep.
brats at Farmers Market?
Yeah, it's most likely, this is, no, I'm just kidding. It looks like it's going to be